Are the New Orleans Saints going to trade star wide receiver Michael Thomas? We're going to be breaking down the latest rumors around that. And I have 5 huge trade ideas that the Saints could do if Thomas does ultimately want to be traded. Let's get into the latest news and rumors here around Michael Thomas and the New Orleans Saints. Rumors have been swirling around for weeks that Thomas is unhappy currently. He could potentially want to be traded. These kind of stem back to head coach Sean Payton at the end of July saying that he personally believes that Thomas should have had ankle surgery before he did. And now we're sitting here wondering when he's going to be back out there on the field. Now that was earlier in the week. Then Thomas and Payton met 2 days ago, tried to break it down, the latest what's going on with their relationship. All the reports were that everything's good, everything's going to be okay. But then today, a report came out that a Thomas trade is inevitable. So here's the tweet that came out from Larry Holder, who is an insider at The Athletic for the Saints. Holder, good talk aside, Saints' Michael Thomas divorce seems inevitable, as history would show. Now, he goes on in the article to be able to break down some of the other trades that have happened with the Saints with some star players, but if you got a guy that's basically sitting here saying it's inevitable, it's going to happen, well, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to break it all down for you. When you look at some of these numbers here, it's just incredible what Thomas and Drew Brees were able to accomplish the first 4 years of his career. 92 grabs as a rookie, 104, 125, and then setting the single-season record of 149 grabs, winning Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. Obviously, last season, battled some injuries, which is what the big concern here is. And I think when you really talk about a lot of the frustration on Sean Payton's part, a lot of the frustration even on Michael Thomas's part, it comes down to him not being healthy. And when he's not out on the field, the Saints are looking for a lot of answers. So not only do you not have your Hall of Fame quarterback in Brees, where, now you got to trust somebody like Taysom Hill. You got to trust somebody like Jameis Winston. And with all the reports out there that these Saints wide receivers aren't stepping up, that's actually a big concern for me. Traquan Smith out of UCF was a player that I liked, but he hasn't been able to take that next step. I mean, your main receiver right now could actually end up being Smith. Maybe it's Callaway or Harris. McCluskey's been looking good as well. But bottom line is, you need Michael Thomas out there on the football field. So be honest with me here. This is what Chat Sports is all about. Will the Saints trade him? I want you to go down in the comments section and type Y for yes, or if you're like, dude, you're crazy, there's no way the Saints are going to trade for him, I want you to go ahead and type your N for no. I'm going to go ahead and say I do think sooner or later he's going to get traded. And I hate saying that because I hate when these star players bounce all over the field. But if he is unhappy and if he is kind of saying that right now he believes that the Saints are kind of knocking on his reputation a little bit, you could see a player who's been a little bit of a diva ask for a trade. Now, if you guys are looking for the latest news and rumors all the time, we got you covered. Plus, I can't always guarantee a lot of things in sports, right? I mean, that's what makes sports fun. But I can't guarantee you this. If Michael Thomas is traded, we're going to go ahead and make a video. So to make sure that you don't miss that, I need you to do 2 things, and both of it's going to take less than 5 seconds. First, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that big red button underneath the video, and turn on your notifications. That way, when we do break down the show, you don't go ahead and miss it. Now, I have to be honest with you because that's what we do here at Chat Sports. I actually previously recorded a segment of the 5 trade destinations on our main YouTube channel over at Chat Sports. So you guys are going to see that, and also I can't change that quick. As promised, I got 5 destinations for Michael Thomas. The first team coming up here, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, and these guys aren't in any order whatsoever, just 5 teams that I believe would be the most interested. The reason why the Saints are on this list, let's face it, they could use another wide receiver. I get it, the fact that they have Tyreek Hill. I know that they have somebody like Travis Kelce, but if you can put extra talent around Patrick Mahomes, that's definitely something that would be very interesting. And if I'm Thomas, I'm like, all right, who's one of the best offensive-minded guys in the league? Sean Payton, who you're with right now. I'd even go ahead and say that Andy Reid is probably the most smart and intelligent offensive-minded coach in the league. So why not try to go out and get him? And if I'm Thomas, I'm like, shit, I'm going to go out and try to get a ring. So here's the first trade idea that I have cooked up here. The Chiefs, they get Thomas. The Saints, they get Mecole Hardman, who is a good speedster, could really stretch the field, but I'm really curious to see what the Chiefs decide to do. I'd actually rather keep Byron Pringle personally if I was KC, but then you also got a 2022 first-round pick. Now, it's going to be very important for you guys to listen up right here because with 5 different trades, I need to know when I go in the comments which trades you guys like, which ones you don't like. So who wins this trade? If you think the Chiefs win this deal, I want you to go down in the comments section section and type Chiefs. If you think the Saints won this deal, I want you to go down in the comments section right now and type Saints. Now, I'm marching on in this show, and I was super excited because anytime I get to talk about awesome products like Magic Spoon, of course I get excited. I was using this cereal 3 years before I even started working here at Chat Sports. I used to be a lot more into fitness than I am now, but if I'm and I'm 100% honest when I say this, if you are somebody who's struggling with weight, if you have somebody that has like a big time sweet tooth, if you have an acne problem, all that stuff can be cured when you eat the right kinds of food. So high protein, we're talking 13 grams to 14 grams per bowl. For anybody out there that likes to work out, a usual scoop of protein is about 20 grams. So this is stuff that I'm telling you, I recommend it before the gym, I recommend it after the gym. You're talking about a low carbs, only 4 grams of net carbs per bowl. Sweet and delicious, really important. And it's sweet and delicious without all that extra junk, all that extra sugar. 0 grams of sugar per bowl. And they're breaking out new flavors all the time. So they had me on frosted, they had me on cocoa, and now I can't get enough of cinnamon. Remember all that awesome cereal that you had as a kid? Imagine that being healthy for you. Like, I'm telling you, it's so good. It's too good to be true. And they're so confident that you're going to love the cereal that they have. It's 100% money back guaranteed. I almost wonder if the Saints right now are looking at Michael Thomas's contract and be like, shit, I wish we could have had that 100% money back guaranteed. So one more time, y'all, it's magicspoon.com/chat. $5 off your very first order. I recommend the variety box of 4 because you're going to see all their awesome flavors like blueberry, frosted, cocoa, peanut butter. You're like, man, I can't decide. Get the variety 4-pack. I promise you'll love it. All right, let's go to the next team here. It's the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason why the Ravens make some sense, people are like, wait a minute, didn't they just go out and draft that Rashad Bateman guy? Yes, but he is battling an injury. He's expected to miss a few weeks. Luckily, it's not going to be months with a high ankle sprain. But the fact that they invested highly in a receiver, he might not be able to play those first few weeks. That could obviously hurt this team in the long run because the AFC North is one of the most competitive divisions in all of football. The real question is, do the Ravens really want to go out and pay Michael Thomas? That still obviously remains to be seen. So here's the trade that I'm cooking up here. The Ravens, they get Thomas. The Saints get Jimmy Smith, who I would say is probably the third best corner on that team. Now, he's also battling an injury. Actually, I believe it's like 6 days ago at the time of this video. He battled an injury. It seems like he's going to be okay for week 1, which is obviously good news. But Jimmy Smith and a first-round pick to the Saints. The Ravens get Michael Thomas. Who wins this trade, y'all? If you think it's the Ravens, I need you to type BAL for the Baltimore Ravens. If you think it's the New Orleans Saints, I know it says no, but it stands for their abbreviation. Come on, y'all. Type NO. Next team coming up here on my Michael Thomas trade destinations, the Los Angeles Chargers. And the reason why the Chargers make some sense, if you're trying to give Justin Herbert, the Rookie of the Year, an extra target, obviously you want to do that. Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas could be very interesting. Can Mike Williams stay healthy? You lost Hunter Henry this past season, but if you're really trying to compete with Mahomes in that offense, you need more firepower. It's just the truth. Plus, Thomas grew up in Los Angeles. Maybe he wants to go back home. Maybe he wants to go back to the city of LA. Always something to think about. So here's the trade that I came up with for Thomas going to the Chargers. Thomas to LAC. The Saints, they get Asante Samuel Jr. You're going to see some cornerbacks featured in this video because New Orleans is still looking for another top cornerback out there. Tyrone Johnson, all the reports right now out of Chargers camp have been that he's actually been better than Mike Williams. I was going to put Mike Williams in this video, but his contract is like $15 million to trade for, and nobody's going to do that. And then a 2022 second-round pick. So I'm going to ask you again, would you guys make this trade? Who wins it? If you think it's the Chargers, type LAC. That's their abbreviation. If you think it's the New Orleans Saints, I want you to go ahead and type NOS. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything you see on any of our Chat Sports videos, or if you see my face and you want to talk to me about the NFL, about Thomas, about your personal life, my DMs are open for a reason. The reason why I love working at Chat Sports is because we're interactive, and that's exactly how I am. So please, hit me up, give me a follow on Instagram. I'd love to talk to y'all. Let's go to the New England Patriots. They're the next team up here on my landing spots for Thomas. And the reason why I'm going to go this route is because you already got N'Keal Harry. He's asking for a trade. He wants out. If they could honor his move, you're going to see the Patriots still want to go out and add another wide receiver. Bill Belichick, has never been afraid to make a move, especially for a big-time receiver if he feels like they can help his offense. And when I look at a lot of the intangibles, a lot of the skill set of Mac Jones, I'll tell you, I really think that Thomas would be a perfect fit for what Mac Jones can do. So my trade idea for Michael Thomas going to the Patriots, the Saints, they get Stephon Gilmore, N'Keal Harry. No draft picks whatsoever. If Gilmore wants out, if Harry wants out, the Patriots, they get Thomas. Would you make this deal? Because all of these guys as well missed some time last year. They battled some injuries. It'd be pretty interesting to see. This actually might be my favorite trade that I came up with here. So who do y'all think wins this one? If you think it's the Patriots, I want you to type P down in those comments. If you believe it's the New Orleans Saints that end up winning this deal, I want you to go ahead and type S. My last trade for Michael Thomas is the Jacksonville Jaguars. And when you talk about a lot of the teams out there, if I were to rank these guys, I'd actually probably would have put Jacksonville at number 1. He would be a phenomenal fit with Trevor Lawrence, and all the Jags did the entire draft and offseason was try to put as much talent as they could around Lawrence and also build for the future. Remember, Thomas also played with Urban Meyer at Ohio State, so they already have that connection there, so another thing to keep in mind. Plus, there was a report out there that Urban would absolutely love to have Michael Thomas. Who wouldn't? But the Jags, they also have the most cap space in the National Football League. So here's the deal, the last one that you're going to see. The Jags get Thomas. The Saints get C.J. Henderson, who the Jacksonville Jaguars drafted number 9 overall in the 2020 draft. When you talk about some of the overall costs, I believe the Saints could get C.J. Henderson and a first-round pick. The Jags, they get Michael Thomas. Now, I know the text is a little bit small, but that's sometimes what happens when you try to fit cities, especially with all the names like Jacksonville and New Orleans. But who wins this trade? Jacksonville or the New Orleans Saints? I need you to go down in the comments and write that city for me. That way I know. All right, so here are my top 5 trade destinations for Michael Thomas. If you want to know maybe some other names that at least come to mind, I think the Philadelphia Eagles could have been on there, the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, the Detroit Lions, and then even the Green Bay Packers. If I had an honorable mentions list, they probably would have ended up making it. So now I'm going to run through all 5 of my trades, and out of all 5, I want you to tell me which one was your favorite. If you thought it was the Chiefs trade, guess what? Trade idea 1 up top. All I want you to do is type 1 if that's your fave. What if it was the Baltimore Ravens trade? Then go ahead and type 2. Thomas going back to his hometown in L.A.? Well, then type 3. What about him going to New England? Will it be as good as Randy Moss? Probably not, but Patriots fans might want to see that. Type 4. Or if you think it's the one with the Jacksonville Jaguars, I want you to type 5. I like a lot of these deals. The last 2 are my favorite. I think the Jags are the most likely to make the deal, but my favorite trade out of them all was number 4.